Hi everyone, I'm Debbie. Today we're going to be making a rice pudding. It's made with just a few ingredients and I'm sure you have them in your kitchen. And it makes a delicious, creamy rice pudding. If you're not subscribed here, hit that red subscribe button. I'd love to have you. And give me a thumbs up, hit the bell so you're notified of all the videos that I upload also. Okay, now we're going to jump into the recipe. To start by placing a half a cup of rice in a pan. Then we're going to do about 1/3 of a cup of sugar. And to that, we're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of butter. We will be adding 2.5 cups of milk. There's our 2. And half. We will also be adding 1 cup of half and half. And our last liquid will be a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And the very last ingredient we will be adding is our vanilla, which really makes the creamy rice pudding so delicious. So we're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Just going to kind of eyeball it. And we're also going to be putting in 1 vanilla bean. Okay, we're going to open that up and get all the delicious inside out. Make sure I got it all out of there. We don't want to leave any in there to waste. And I moved you back over in front of the pot. We're going to put that inside of there. And I'm also just going to lay this in here and cook it with it so we get every bit of the flavoring we can out of that bean. Now you can add cinnamon if you would like, a little bit. I just prefer just to have the vanilla flavor in mine. So this will make a creamy rice pudding. So we're just going to turn it on low and we're going to bring it up to a simmer. And this takes a while. You'll see it start working whenever your butter is melting. You'll kind of know. Just a very slight simmer. You don't want it like a full rolling boil. And then after it starts simmering, we're going to place a lid on it and we let it go for at least 30 minutes. But we don't want it to cook dry and has a lot of cream to it, creaminess. The liquid's still a little bit liquidy because after it starts to cool off, it'll set more. And we want it to still be like a creamy, luscious rice pudding. I love to buy Cozy Shack at Walmart, and it's real creamy and good. So that's what I'm going for on mine, texture-wise. So we'll see what we get. I'm going to bring this up to a simmer, and when we're there, I will bring you back. Okay, I'm just about to my simmer. When I stir, I see the heat coming up, and then when I just let it settle down, I can just see some little bitty bubbles coming up around the sides and in the middle. So I think I'm about ready to cover it. That took approximately 15 minutes to bring it up to a simmer because you just want to do it so gradually. So it took about 15 minutes before I think it's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and place the lid on it. You can stir it ever so often. I probably would check on it maybe every 10 minutes. But we're going to go ahead and let that go for about 35 minutes. You can see it's simmering really good. We have about 20 more minutes to go. Okay, I think it's about done. It's still a little soupy, as you can see, but once it starts to cool off, it will thicken up, but it will still be creamy that way. If you like yours not as creamy, then I would reduce the amount of liquid by maybe a half a cup of milk. And also, it just depends too if you are going to eat this hot. Some people like to eat their rice pudding warm. I'm particularly a fan of the cold. So I've had it both ways, but I'm just used to eating rice pudding cold like you get from Walmart. So this is about how much liquid you want it to have if you want it to be a little creamy when it gets cold. So we're going to remove it from the pan. I'm going to move you over here. I already have taken out the vanilla bean. So we're going to pour it in here. We're going to let that cool off a little bit, and I'm going to bring you back after it's cooled off and show you how it's set up. So you guys can decide yourself if you want less liquid, if you want to be eating it straight out of the pan when it's warm, or if you want it to cool off. Okay, it's firming up a little bit. As you see how creamy it is, still creamy. It's not quite cooled totally. It's still a little warm. So when it totally gets cooled off and sits in the refrigerator, it's gonna firm up even more. So I would probably, like I said, it just depends on if you want it creamy. Next time I make it, I'm gonna still put just as much liquid into it because I like it creamy. And I know it's going to firm up even more when it's totally cooled. And so let's have a taste test. Okay, here we go. Ooh, smells delicious. And as you can see, it's just creamy enough. Wow, looks wonderful. Let's try it. The rice is cooked perfectly. And you can taste the vanilla. It's just wonderful. I'll be making my own rice pudding instead of buying it from Walmart now. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you made this and how yours turned out. And until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.